Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today is finally here. We are doing the first Guild Wars battles. This should be a lot of fun. We're up against a pretty interesting challenge as well. We go over to our guild and see who the top players are on the leaderboard. We have things like Anonymous and Intrum as the absolute top two. And if we bring that over to the Guild Wars over here, our schedule shows us starting with Anonymous and then ending with Interim. So we're starting and ending with what should be the two hardest guilds. As far as the current rankings, though this could change quite a bit based on time zones, we are in second place. So it does seem like at this rate, we may end up ending the week at second or third, maybe fourth. But Anonymous is actually a little bit lower. It may be because we have really good defend teams, or I don't know. I don't know exactly why they're so low. But yeah, Interim, the guild in second is definitely really high. I believe the max a fully maxed out guild can get per week is around 250,000 points. Realistically, the max you're going to get is roughly around 200,000 or so. And the fact that they're at 178,000 already is pretty solid. And yeah, so I don't know if we'll be able to get that far. But we are going to be doing our 5 battles today, kind of going over just a little bit with it. And yeah, our defend team is, I'm just using the my hero with the Death Knight class for the Death Marks with the new Crypt weapon, with a Crimson Bat, a Death, and a Famine. I'm just going to try, even if this team does not end up beating them, it might end up getting some kills on them, and getting some kills will reduce their points. So do keep that in mind. When you're doing a battle, whenever you do any battle, you do lose points based on how many troops you have left at the beginning of a battle. So for example, if you only have 2 troops left, you're going to get less points. But if you have 2 troops left and then before the battle ends, you resummon all of them, then you'll still get the full amount of points. Also, based on what I have seen so far, based on what the guild has said, forum and everything, it seems like the only viable option is to use 4 of the exact same color. There really isn't any other option, especially if you're in a guild that's getting 50% or more extra points. You're better off just going a pure color, because at 50% or higher, basically as long as you get at least a 50% win rate, you'd still be getting the same amount of points. So you definitely want to go all in and just get a higher than a 50% win rate, as long as you have that many of a point addition. So yeah, we're going to be doing our battles. Of course, we do have 5 battles to do. Hopefully, we do not end up losing one of the higher pointed ones. It is really bad if you end up losing one of the last 2. Even though they're the hardest 2 battles, they count for the most amount of points. So hopefully, nothing too hard. No clue what any of their defend teams are. Haven't even tried checking this, because I have no clue if I click on him if it starts a battle or not. So let's see. And of course, we get 5 battles per day, so it's not like people can grind it out. It's also why we're able to compete with things like Anonymous and Interim and some of these other guilds. Quite a few of these other guilds, trophy-wise, will completely demolish us. But as far as the Guild Wars thing, it's based more on performance than it is based on how much you play. So that's a pretty nice factor with it. We've been needing something like that in the game for a while now, since the leaderboards basically are just how much you can play. Okay, so interesting. He's using Gorgotha, Plague, Famine, Mercy. That actually shouldn't be too hard unless Plague and Famine goes really heavy on us. This should be relatively easy, because Gorgotha is a really bad first slot. And it looks like it changed my banner on me. Hey, don't be changing my banner. I don't know. Do I want to go double yellow? He's going to have a lot of yellow on the board. He has a really weird defend team for this day, though this is their lowest rating. I almost feel like staying on yellow, gosh. He has a team that would allow me to stay on pure yellow, so let me just stay on pure yellow. Might as well. Go all out yellow. Yellow banner, yellow full team. Seems perfect. Yeah, I don't quite understand the Mercy in that team. That's like the worst thing you could possibly put on your defend team for a day like this. The best thing would be something like a Spirit Fox, or really any troop that can remove yellow from the board, though Spirit Fox is definitely the most efficient at doing so. One other thing to note, as far as when I was saying summoning, if you want to do summons, Amnesia is one of the absolute best. But you can use the Anubite Warrior, the brown-yellow from Kedar. Not only does it have 50% extra bonus this week, but if you end up finding that you're up against a lot of deaths and a lot of fully traded Death Knight classes that are going to spam you with death marks, he not only has the 50%, but he has immunity to Deathmark, and he summons a Fortress Gate, which has immunity to everything. This battle will probably be very slow and take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, which is why one of the reasons he's never really used. But he's actually pretty decent in Brown and Yellow Day Guild Wars, mainly because he has immunity on everything, and a summon to all. It's basically like perfect for fighting in Guild Wars at the moment. So it's definitely something to consider if you have a solid 3 troops. Like for example, we may need to replace out our Famine in one of these teams with our Anubite Warrior just to mess around with that. And if I do that, I might need to change my damage source as well, as Taraxis would basically be our only damage source then. But it is definitely something good to consider this week, or particularly today and on the Brown Day, which is tomorrow, for using. So do keep that in mind when doing the Guild Wars. And you can easily get him off of a couple event keys if you don't already have him, because he is in the event key drop pool. So if you don't have one, you can get one with no effort at all this week. So it works out perfectly. So anyways, let's go and fight him. It's fine if we use Gorgolfa on our invade, of course, because we're controlling it. I would not advise it on defend, as yeah, it's pretty bad. It's nice and tanky, but the problem is the AI loves to just keep spamming Gorgolfa over and over and over again. It normally gives the enemy, which is us, a decent amount of mana. So this should be a relatively easy first battle. Hopefully nothing too bad goes wrong. The only thing that could really happen is if he starts trolling us with Famine, if he gets an amazing Mercy cast, and I seem to be helping him with that. Oh gosh, really? Okay, well that's a horrible way to start. If I take that skull, is that really the only thing I can take? No, this red's over here. Okay, good. That would have been so horrible. Okay, we're going to have to let him take that skull, and I don't mind, of course, because we are using Gorgolfa. This team is made for him to do that. Problem is, I can't stop what he's doing right there. That is horrible. I'm kind of just going to ignore it and hope for some reason he does not use Mercy. Okay, so he's going to get Gorgolfa up. That's weird. It didn't show the image thingy. But it's going to... Oh, good. Thank you, Skull. Oh, that Skull right there. Thank you. Okay, there we go. So we'll throw down. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, too. We have higher stats. We have higher stats because of Guild Wars. I'm still not used to that. That was one of the other pretty big thing that was happening during this, because it changes up what is actually useful quite a bit. I guess he was trying to do that with a Plague, like reduce us down like crazy. But yeah, we do have a lot higher stats. We're gaining at minimum 5 to all of our stats. It's still a little bit wonky how the extra stats are working at the moment, but yeah, we are indeed gaining additional bonuses. Visually, it's a little bit glitched, but I believe within the game itself, it is working correctly. It's just not visually displaying the correct numbers. But yeah, we do have our Famine up. How much damage is that? That's 31 times the 2 times all of his manas. I believe that is enough to kill his Famine, and at that point, we just win. So pretty straightforward, easy first battle. Why he has a Mercy, I do not know. Do not use a Mercy on defend this week. Obviously, you want to be denying yellows, not creating yellows for the enemy. Though this is only the first battle, so could have just been one of their people who may not have even bothered to change their defend team. So let's see. I think we just need 2 more of these, as long as he doesn't revive on anything. So we'll just do that, and we'll be good to go. We'll just Gorgolfa, and that will give a good majority of the last of our mana. And of course, we do have Amnesia in our team, which will be able to summon any of our replacement slots. I may end up doing an Anubite Warrior in this team if we are up against Deathmark. Not quite sure exactly what I'm going to be doing when we do that, because oops, why did I click Amnesia? Fail. I meant to click Taraxis, but he didn't have mana, and for some reason I thought that was his. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. And we'll just throw that down, and there we go, good to go. But yeah, Deathmark will probably be the most annoying thing we'll have to face. Especially since the particular team we're using right now has 0 immunity. Oh, there goes his head. We chopped off his head. Oh, we get PvP points. Okay, well, you get PvP points for... oh, and trophies, too. 3 trophies. Interesting. So every single one of the Guild Wars battles counts as a 3-trophy PvP battle as well. That is interesting. Okay, well, that's a thing. Okay, we're up against Sududi 14. Ooh, Sybaris is. Ooh, oh, and he has a Spirit Fox. Ooh, And he placed the Forest Guardian. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, wait, yes, he did. Never mind. He placed the Forest Guardian in the correct location for the Spirit Fox to get full mana. One thing to note about Forest Guardian, I have explained it a couple times, but I do want to explain it again for anyone that may accidentally mess it up. Never put your Spirit Fox in front of your Forest Guardian. The reason for this is it goes based on... the trait order goes based on top to bottom. And Forest Guardian gives all beasts half mana, but it can actually drain your Spirit Fox's mana if you put it in front. Because what will happen is the Spirit Fox will get empowered, and then the Forest Guardian will reduce its mana to 50%. Whereas if you have it in this order, it'll raise it to 50%, and then it'll just do the empowered. So do keep that in mind. You want to put your Spirit Fox behind a fully traded Forest Guardian. So we did do that in correct order. I believe I'm just going to throw exactly what I have. As long as it doesn't devour Amnesia, we're fine. And I will be able to drain spam. One thing I will do, though, is switch my banner to brown-yellow, because I do want to block the Sybaris as much as we can, and if we're going to do that, we'll mainly be denying his browns. Also, he's going to be removing most of the yellow from the board anyways. I might even just commit to double brown. Nah, let's go with this. I think this will be fine. Let's see, what's the Kraken banner? +2 brown, +1 blue, -1 purple. Guess that could kind of work too. The problem is he doesn't use blue, so I'm not going to bother really taking that. We'll get it off of Explosion, so we'll just stick with what we have here and see how this goes. I'm really concerned with like every single one of these battles because any lose we get will bring us down quite a bit. Oh yeah, I didn't show the current ratings within my own guild yet either, because currently within the third little ranking bracket, whatever they call that again, I forget off the top of my head. But oh yeah, I forgot he starts with half mana too. Oh, that could be scary. But in my little bracket thingy, no one in my little bracket has actually gotten a perfect win streak yet. And hopefully we can beat it first. So as far as skulls, I do want him to take literally every single pair he possibly can from the board. So we'll have to take all of our moves with that in mind. So, ooh, I don't want to give him anything over something I do, though. Because he can take reds right there. Don't you dare, no! I saw that coming from a mile away. I had a feeling he would go for the reds there. I didn't realize another one would drop, giving him an additional one, though. Oh gosh, do we have to go for Amnesia first? I would hate to have to do that first, but I just need mana. He'll waste a turn on Spirit Fox right here, which is really weird. Spirit Fox is going to be helping us right now. I was not expecting that to happen. It was one of the reasons why I was scared to use Spirit Fox, because it's not a high enough damage output. But regardless of what Spirit Fox does, it's not really going to be that useful. It's going to basically be a turn waste for him, because I'm gaining mana quicker than he can really drain it from just a single Spirit Fox. Oh, another skull. Well, our Gorgolfa is not going anywhere. That granite skin is basically making it unmovable. Okay, so we can basically win the game right here if we get a blue surge into an extra turn. Come on, 3 browns, go. And we didn't get the surge. Oh, well, at least we got the brown. He'll probably drain the Gorgolfa here, and then we can get Amnesia next turn, and then we can start rolling. So perfect. Can we bait a skull? No, but we can take a bunch of brown. Let's see where that leaves the board. Oh, we get famine out of it too. Oh, right on time. I didn't see he got full mana. Perfect timing on the famine then. We can't aim at the Spirit Fox, so I'll probably aim at the Nature Guardian just so we don't have to deal with shields. Of course, the 2 Cyberises are the main threat, but we'll go and get rid of his support troop first. And, oh, gosh, that's not enough damage? Okay, well, we'll AoE it with the Taraxis then. Hopefully we get alignment on the brown-blue. And doesn't look like it. He'll take a skull. And I might just have to throw this regardless of alignment, just so it does die. And then we'll work from there. So that will kill out his support troop. We'll get some brown out of it, which will also give us Gorgolfa. I do want Taraxis to get up, though it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does matter if I do Taraxis or not. So, I mean, if I do Gorgolfa or not. So I'm not going to do Gorgolfa here. I'm going to explode on red and hopefully get all of Taraxis' mana that way, and we do. Good. And we did get Famine up as well, which will be our backup plan for just denying him out. Let's see. Well, we don't need it yet, so we'll probably just cast our damage and then prepare our Famine. And of course, we can Gorgolfa again. That will not give all the mana, though, because now if we use Gorgolfa as our explosion, he will be blocking all of the yellow. So we're only going to get about half. Yeah, 7. But we did get the red surge, which did displace the last of the mana we needed. And right on time, right before the devour. Good thing he didn't get a random extra turn there. And we do get alignment this time, which makes it even better. And yeah, we're pretty much just one right there. We'll do that on the yellows. That should be another Taraxis. And if so, oh, come on, 1 mana. Really? 1 mana off. There we go. And I'll be back. There we go. 2 down. And perfect win streak so far with a pure color team. Oh, did I mention that yet? I probably should. It is, we do have the hey, level up. We do have the consensus on it now. It is way better to use a pure color team than it is to use a 3 color team with a support troop. You pretty much always want to use 4 of a pure color unless you find you're absolutely losing. But you really do want to try doing a 4 pure color team. It gives so much extra points, especially if your guild's getting at least 50% or higher bonus. Because even then, you can get at least a 50% or higher win rate, and it'll still be fine. But there's one other thing I wanted to show, and it's this little brackets thing. Currently, it seems like 8,820 points may be the absolute highest you can get, though my Guild Guardian is still 1 level off. You can see it's level 199. I don't think it will be level 200 until 2 more weeks, so I don't know if we actually get an invisible, slightly higher percent. I believe we get 0.3 extra percent, but I don't know if it actually calculates it. But yeah, we could be getting very small, slightly higher amounts maybe in the future. But yeah, that's the absolute max. This would be using 4 of a pure color, having all 4 of them survive, and winning all 5 battles would be 8,820 points. All of my really higher statted people in my guild have done it. As you can see here, I was talking about this with the bracket system thing. No one in my current little bracket thing has done it yet. And as far as down here, quite a few people actually have, which is kind of nice. Some people got close, like the 8,400. Maybe he lost a troop or something. And yeah, and like right there, maybe something else happened. Not quite sure what would have done that. But yeah, those are just either they didn't use one of the colors one of the times, or they ended up just losing a troop on 1 or 2 of the battles. Is basically what that reduced number is from when you see all these ones that are like 8,000, but not the full 8,820. And of course, there's just a bunch of people who haven't bothered doing it yet. Oh no, he has no Guild Guardians upgraded, nor any points. Hopefully Grim is around. Anyways, let's go and continue our Guild War battles. And they're probably going to get increasingly harder, not only because they're starting to get more stats as you go upwards. They're getting higher stats. As you can see, don't ignore that number. The stats that we should be getting is this column right here, plus whatever column is yellowed over here. And that would be our total. So that would be 9, 17, 17, 9 would be our bonuses. And as you can see, it keeps going up and up as you go higher into the rankings. So not only are they likely to have better defend teams, but they're also going to have higher stats on those defend teams. And yeah, let's go into the third battle. What are we up against? Good. I'm getting pretty lucky. I have not seen a single one with not a single battle yet has had Deathmark, which is the highest possible thing that can kill us. Though this one does have a Cerberus. One nice thing, though, about his team is his Bone Dragon is blocking his Cerberus. And I'm not too worried about... I'm going to go brown-yellow again because he is using brown, so we'll need to deny it like last battle. But I'm not too worried about a first slot Bone Dragon. For one, we're using Gorgolfa first slot, so we have Skull Reduction. The other is he got nerfed. He can still do a lot of damage and can still kill troops. Don't underestimate a Bone Dragon. He is still very powerful, and he can end up killing a troop of 2 of yours. But with something like Gorgolfa, it is very unlikely. Oh, I almost just took that skull. Do be careful against him, too, if he's fully traded, because if you skull into him, you will lose your turn. And you want to lose as minimal turns as possible, especially in Guild Wars, as every win is very crucial towards your points. So we'll just let him take a skull. He will get an extra turn, of course, and a freeze on us. A double freeze. Both on the same famine, at least, so that could have been worse, but... Oh, Bone Dragon already. What are you doing? How does he already have his Bone Dragon up? Well, that's not good. I can't take Gorgolfa mana either at the moment, so we'll just go and try taking a bunch of mana. He will get skull distracted. Never mind. I will give him a skull. Well then, that didn't work out the greatest, but we did get the last of our mana, so I guess that works out. As long as he doesn't kill our Gorgolfa, we should be fine here. Don't you dare. Okay, never mind. What am I even saying? He didn't even hit our armor through. Good job. Well, we do have to worry about Giant Spider. If he hits a really nice Giant Spider, that could do us in quite a bit. As long as he doesn't kill our Amnesia, though, we should be fine this battle, even if he does go crazy right now. Okay, good. He misses pretty much completely. He just gets a single pair. So that works out nice. Do we have alignment? That would be great if we did. Does not look like... Actually, it looks like I'll give him a lot of stuff if I do this right now. I may have to hold it just because there's no option really on the board. So, yeah. We may just have to wait a turn or two. I don't want to have to give him that much brown. That's way too much brown to give him. I know, hard choice. I don't think I see an extra turn. Even if I do, we're frozen on brown, so we lose our turn regardless of if we land it or not. So we'll just go Amnesia here. It'll be our backup summon. Maybe he'll kill our Grigolfa or something with his cast. So this is a little bit of a delay now. I need at least alignment, or at least make sure that he doesn't get alignment, because I do not want his Sybaris to have mana. I'd rather wait like 10 turns out than give his Sybaris mana, because if that devours our Amnesia, we'll be done. We'll lose so many points if that happens. So we'll just take the green here and hope for a brown drop. We also get a little bit of famine mana. I'm not really worried if he does kill our Grigolfa, which he likely will not do right here. It doesn't even get an extra turn. Perfect. Of course, we can't skull against him. He's still using that first slot. I do not believe we have alignment, but it doesn't look like we'll give him anything too bad this time around. So it looks like I will throw the Taraxis. That, or we could take a Sculpt here. We are gaining from Amnesia 1 HP and 1 attack on all of our daemons, and the fact that this battle is going on for so long, it's actually not a bad thing. But let me do this. We'll get more brown out of this. We'll get our famine up, which will be the main thing we'll use to deny him out. So I believe we can finally do our Taraxis now safely, without anything bad happening, so we will go do that. That will be the last mana we need for our famine. So now we're pretty safe. He doesn't really have anything that can kill us at this point, and even if he does, we can replace it out. One thing I'm not certain about with summons, because I know a lot of people are using Amnesia. I haven't talked to anyone who's been using the Anubite Warrior, the brown yellow, but I'm not quite sure if your summon needs to be of the color too. I don't believe it does. I believe what it does is at the beginning of the battle, it checks your colors, and at the end of the battle, it checks how many troops you still have on your team. So it doesn't really matter what the colors of your summons are, though I cannot confirm that. Because right now I'm summoning Inferno Kings, and those Inferno Kings do have yellow, so I'm not quite sure exactly on that. Because of course all my summons are just going to be yellow. And all the people who I have data from also are using Amnesia, so they also are summoning yellow. I'm not quite sure if it can or cannot be the same color. I'm pretty sure it can be any color summon. And it just checks colors at the beginning and summons at the end. Okay, but anyways, I do want to focus on Sybaris, though it's a really weird board right now. I don't know. What should we do? I guess we'll bait out a skull. I want him to take more mana, though. I really want him to take more mana. But, like, almost anywhere as I go, we'll give him a skull. Because I need to keep Famine as a backup. I can't throw it when he has, like, no mana right now. Like, this current situation. Okay, let me take this. He is going to get a skull out of this, but... Okay, so he'll take a skull. We'll take a skull. Oh, never mind. He gets double skull. But we'll throw a skull. Wait till he gets us a little bit more mana. Just a little bit. Not too much. And, oh, Famine. Kill it with HP. Go. 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 It's not HP. Okay, we'll take that off the board, and I will skull him. I wasn't going to, but, yeah. I don't want to risk a Grigolfa because I don't accidentally want to give his Sybaris mana out of nowhere, because there is always that slight chance he could just instantly kill us. He is going to take some yellows. I don't believe that's going to cascade him anything to... Oh, there's double yellow. What do we do here? Because we lose our turn. And I think casting that would be too dangerous. Not the best of options. I think I'm just going to take this yellow.
Mana surge, mana surge, mana surge.
Okay, that didn't go too bad. It's mainly this I was worried about, though. Okay, good. Nothing happened from it. Okay, so we're good to go. Nothing really happened there. That was too annoying. We can use Taraxis safely now. There's nowhere he can even drop it, so that'll be fine. We'll just throw ourselves a Taraxis. And there we go. Let's see. Okay, and now we can use our Famine. I will use this on the Sybaris, and at that point, we just won the battle, because there's no way for him to win here forward. Because he doesn't have any instant kill. Queen Map will not be enough damage. Even if it does start poking like crazy, it will not be able to kill through, or even if it gets a kill, we'll just be able to save our Amnesia. That's why I'm saving my Amnesia too. First, we will explode it for damage, or for mana, occasionally, like maybe right now. But it's mainly for the summon. But we'll go do this, do it on reds, as it looks like it has the widest spread. And there's our Famine back up, there's our Taraxis, there's our alignment, so I think we're still frozen. Are we frozen? No, we're not frozen on it. And he didn't run it too, so perfect. So we'll throw that down, and that's match. We just Famine into the Queen Map, and we are good to go. 3-0, though the hardest two battles are still to come. We have the people. One thing to note about the last two battles is, oh, it shows the guild points at the end too. I need to go see that at the next battle. It actually shows you what you're getting for the match. So that's interesting. But let me see. Let me go and, well, we're up to our last two, but this is what I was about to mention here. You always have to fight whoever the Paragon is, and you will have to fight one of their two champions. So do keep that in mind. The last two battles will be exponentially harder than any of the other battles that you do during the Guild Wars. So do be careful during it. Okay. What else did I want to check while I was here? I think that was it. Okay, so now for the hardest two battles that we'll have for any given day, the final two. Every single battle is like so stressful because... What? 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 Why is there a suggested troop there too? I'm scared to click this because I don't know what he's using. Or is it literally nothing? Please be literally nothing. Please be literally nothing. What? Maybe it's a visual glitch. I don't know. Something's off here. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this doesn't give me less points or something. Okay, I'll battle it. What even? Okay, I don't know if I should be scared if it's like a visual glitch or if he's seriously using nothing. And hopefully I don't get less points for him using nothing because it may keep into consideration how many troops you actually kill or something. I don't know. Well, we'll click battle. I was not expecting that. Maybe, I don't know what happened there. Are we seriously up against nothing? Oh, this is hero because the game automatically defaults if you have nothing to just the hero. Wouldn't that be funny if he had the Death Knight class and randomly that killed us? Oh no, he couldn't. Even if he had the Death Knight class, it wouldn't have 0 turns to trigger on. So, yeah, odd. Well, easy. Easy 4th battle. I'll take it. Can we get this for the 5th battle too? I wouldn't mind the free points. Okay, well, he has Crude Club. How much damage does it even matter? Well, I really have to... The only problem is this team is not made to win quickly. It's made to win. It's not win to mate quickly. Generally, just in general, you will want to do that. You're only limited to 5 guild battles per day. So it doesn't matter how quick you win. You can spend an hour on a battle if you really want to. If as long as you win with all of your troops alive, and as long as you win with all of the same color, you're fine. So do keep that in mind. It has no factor. You could take you could win in 2 minutes. You can win in like 15. You get the same points regardless, as long as you end with all of the pure color and all alive. And if you lose one, as long as you summon it back before the end of the battle, you still get the full amount of points. So what is he using? Oh, he's just using, what on earth? Dark Channel with Crude Club. I believe it's because that's his current class and it defaults to Crude Club, because that's the first weapon you ever get in the game. So the game just defaults it to it. Okay, so, well, let's start getting our damage out, so we can kill him already. The problem with this is it will take even longer because I can't famine him for additional damage that much, because he only has a 4 mana pool. Crude Club, for any of you that don't know, particularly newer players, is the lowest mana cost weapon in the game, and it's surprisingly decent. A lot of players, when first starting out, make the mistake of going to the very first red weapon that you get after Crude Club. But Crude Club is a lot stronger than it, and arguably one of the strongest weapons in the game, surprisingly. I'd still consider it top 10. Its very low mana cost makes it so it's not really interrupting anything within your team, which is good if you want to have a triple team without a troop interrupting it. And it works with quite a few classes, most notably the Assassin class, works pretty decent with. And I don't know, overall, you can use it for, surprisingly, even though it has no board control, you can use it for board control, because whenever you only have like 1 or 2 turns left, you can easily get it up with just a little bit of mana, and you can basically use it to skip your turn whenever you want to skip your turn, essentially. And that's one of the things I love using it for if I do end up using it in a team, particularly like assassin teams and stuff. But you can use it with the warlord class as well that you get from the very first kingdom. We ended up doing that in our very first Let's Play series too. It's funny. We ended up leveling up our hero, and we ended up beating a PvP team 3 trophy with all of our troops. I mean, not with all of our troops, with 1 versus 4 using only the hero with fully traded warlord class. It was fun times. And there we go, last little skull, and there we go. Well, that was I don't even know what that was, that battle right there. But we do get our 2,352 points, big points right there. And we're still gaining our trophy. We're getting PvP rating in here too, gosh. The value of this is insane. Also, just in general, even if you're not going to max the guild sentinels, I mentioned it yesterday, but I should probably mention it again today. far as Guild Sentinels are concerned, unless you're going excessively competitive in the Guild Wars, I do not advise upgrading these further than level 2 or 3. Anything further than that is basically a waste of gems, because they do start costing gems for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th level. So do keep that in mind. You're better off for the 4th and 5th level never doing them, and just putting them into gem chests. The only reason you see me and most of my guild fully maxed is we're currently the 2nd highest points in the entire game, and assuming this keeps up, or even if we get like 3rd or 4th or something, the rewards for such actually pays for the upgrades that we're doing, so I don't really need to worry about it. But in general, you don't want to go really higher than the 2nd or 3rd upgrade. It's not worth it as far as what you get. But as far as the reward things, you do want to participate. It essentially counts as PvP, and regardless of how bad your guild does or how good, or as long as you play the Guild Wars, you end up getting 2,000 gold, 10 gems, and 3 of whatever the Guild Wars troop is for the week, and there is 6 of them. We already got 1 of them the other week, the green one, and we're getting the purple one at the end of this week. So even just participating in it will give you the reward. So here's the final battle. Let's see if it's anything. What do we have? Ooh, interesting. Why are they using... Kind of find it odd that this is the 2nd person using a Mergrim Woods related team. I do have to be careful. He has 2 different Devours. And we have no immunity to Devour on the team. Forest Guardian does deny to Cerberus, which is pretty nice for us. We do have to be a little careful, though, because his entire team does start with full mana. This could troll us a bit. Hopefully, we are fine, though. Oh, one other thing. You can actually change your defend at any time, by the way. You can change it. It just, I don't know why. But yeah, you actually don't really need to prepare ahead of time. Of course, you do want to have, like, for the next following day, you want to have whatever team you're going to do already set. But yeah, you can just set it whenever. It doesn't even matter. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, let's go take out this Wolf Garrick team. I'm so scared of it. I can just see it now, just randomly getting a Devour on us. But there's no way to really make a good anti-Devour team out of yellows. And regardless, if he Devours our Summoner, we're done. I don't believe there's a single yellow that can summon that has Impervious. So we kind of have to go with what we're going now. We'll have to bank on Famine being able to get up quickly. I almost want to go double green just for that purpose, because he is going to put quite a bit of green on the board. I don't know if that would disable our Gorgoltha too much, though, so I don't think I'm going to go for it. Oh, no. I'm so tempted. But if I do double green, he's going to be taking more green, and I don't really want him taking green. So we'll just throw what we've been doing. We've been using it basically the entire time, or actually literally the entire time. So we're already used to this. Let's just go and battle him. I was thinking of you doing things like Garuda and stuff in the team, but I don't know. Kind of figured I'd just stay with the Taraxis as my main damage source for all of the battles. So right off the bat, I do want to leave that skull there so he takes it. Unfortunately, we are not able to take Gorgoltha mana anywhere off the board other than that brown. But the problem is if I take that brown, he will not take that skull. I think I might take it actually, mainly because there is another skull, of course. So he might end up giving us reds there as well. So we'll go for this brown and see where things take off from there. I have to be really careful with all those mana values, and I do need to deny purple and brown as much as possible. I cannot let him get an early Cerberus on us. Okay, so this purple I'll probably take because we have a brown drop chance right there. So it'll also make our yellows closer together in case we start getting yellow cascades around the general area. We also have a chance of a yellow popping one above that purple as well, which would give us something to do our next turn, as long as he doesn't go for it. Hopefully he does not get his Nature Guardian up that way. One other move would be to swipe this red over and go for the green. As long as he doesn't do that, though, we should be fine. So we go on our purple. We did not get the brown. And, oh, good. He was thinking about going for that move, but he swiped it the wrong way. Good job, AI. Because he would have gotten green if he swiped it the other way. So that did save us some. Problem is, I can't really get full mana on anything. It would take too long to try to get Amnesia up. I'm also a little bit scared to try getting Amnesia up because that might encourage him to aim at our Amnesia. Oh no, I might do it. I don't think that's really giving him anything. Oh no, it's giving him a green. I don't think I want to give him a green because that will be a Nature Guardian cast. But we'll go on red here. And we'll deny his green. Okay, that's Finnair. I'm not too worried about it. It is a pretty huge buff, especially since everything on his team is a beast. But as long as it's not on Sybaris, I think I'll be fine with whatever he does with that. So I'll move the green over, because I do not want him getting more green. He'll waste his turn on Fenair. Well, I shouldn't say waste. Actually, I'm kind of wasting my turn taking these greens because I don't really need it that bad. Also, oh, good. I can take the yellow down there. Oh, no, not Sybaris. Oh, gosh, that Sybaris better not hit our Amnesia. Luckily, his mana is still relatively low. 1 mana short on the Gorgolfa, and we can take a skull into a brown right there. That, or we can take the brown and let him distract on skull. I think that's the better move. Let him get distracted. Oh, no! Really? Well, oh, okay, never mind. I'm not worried about Fenair. I mean, Wolf Garrett getting full mana. That's literally nothing if he doesn't actually get a kill off it. So that didn't go as planned, that's for sure. But could have gone worse. But we got Amnesia up, we got Traxxas up. I don't believe I gave him any huge amount of mana. Good. And let's see, do we have alignment? Does not look like we have alignment. That is not good, because that is a good majority of our damage. So I might just swipe a yellow and get Famine. Oh, that won't be yeah, it will be enough mana. If it surges, it will be enough mana. Oh, hello, Gorgotha. I didn't see you were blocking. Oh, and I just gave him that. Oh, that was... mistakes were made. Well, let's see. Purple's the skulls, brown's the green. He does get the turn. I'm not too worried about him spamming a Wolf Garrick, though, and he does have shield on everything. And because of that, he did end up denying our ability to hit all of them. We will let him skull poke on us. I'll probably just throw the Traxxas to pop all the shields. Then again, where's yellow? Let me get some yellows. Get this up already. Or green surge. I think I'll take the green because we have a chance of the yellow drop. Or actually right over here I'll take it, because there's 2 chances for green drops in case I don't get the surge. And gosh, we don't get the surge and we don't get the green drops. Wow. What is this? Okay, so he still has no mana on his Sybaris. Well, he has 8, but you know, he started with that. So he technically still has no mana on his Sybaris. We'll just go for a Famine right here and finally get that poke. We'll let him take a skull again, of course. Not quite sure if I don't believe we lose points if we resummon it like that. I know you gain more points back if you resummon. I don't think we actually lose anything from doing him. But right here, I will need to pop the shields because I do need to aim everything we have at the Sybaris. Sybaris is the only threat on his team against what we're using. So we need to throw every single Famine we get at his Sybaris. And look at that nice amount of mana for the boost ratio. That should hit us 100? Somewhere around there. 119. One more of those, and we should be good to go as long as he has enough mana laying around on his team. Still no Traxxas alignment, though we don't even have his mana at the moment. So let me start on that. We'll throw an Amnesia here. Though hereafter I'll want to not take Amnesia mana, as we might be needing her for summoning purposes. Traxxas we do have, though we do not have any alignment on the board. Though he does not have any mana, so I might as well just throw it into a Gorgolfa and go from there, even though we don't get the turn. I might just have to throw the Famine as soon as possible to get that Sybaris down in case he does some kind of ridiculous turn from me making some kind of mistake on my turn. Right here, we'll just take the huge amount of mana. And another skull, that'll be his distract for next turn. Do we have enough damage to kill the Sybaris? Yeah, we do. So I think I'm going to go for it just to make sure we don't have that pesky instant devour on us. So there we go. That should be win. I believe we just did a perfect 5 win on our first ever Guild Wars battle against what is currently the #1 guild as well. Though I have a feeling, based on what I currently see, that the #2 guild of Intrum will be the hardest possible battle. And kind of fittingly, they are our very last battle this week. So it'll be like the final boss of the week on Sunday to battle Intrum. So that'll be interesting how that ends up panning out. Okay, so we do have our Famine. Actually, I don't really need to worry about anything at this point. The only thing he could really do is delay us. Though I do want to try to not die on our Gorgolfa, if that would be possible. It wouldn't matter because we have Amnesia, but still, it'd be cool if we could go our very first Guild Wars ever without losing a single troop whatsoever. That'd be amazing. Let's see, we take our reds right there. We do not get the skull, unfortunately. Speaking of skulls, I think I'll go for that one and then Famine tap it. Let's see, we're 1 mana short on the AoE. I could wait for that as well. I might explode for it. But then again, I need the Amnesia. I can't actually use Amnesia, so let me not do that. I have to be safe. Actually, we can do this. We'll throw the Gorgolfa. That'll be some damage. And don't give it a good board. Good. Okay, there's full mana, so we are going to have to throw this. Is that enough damage to kill out the other one? Let's see. That's 18 mana. That's 36 additional damage. And that would be 37 damage. So yes, we have 1 additional damage. There's a 2 times ratio, right? Yeah. So yeah, let me just double check the math on that to make sure we don't mess up this. So that's 36, 2 times that, and then that's 67. So yes, that will be enough to kill. And then we could just tap it into a skull, and then we win. So there we go. Throw that out. The main reason I'm killing that first is it has a higher skull damage, even though this one has a more annoying ability. And yeah, here we go. Take our skull poke, and there we go. We should have an absolutely perfect very first Guild Wars. And look, this is how important the last battle is. 4,410 points. That is absolutely insane how many points that just was. And look, we're getting done some of our PvP that I haven't been doing. But there we go. We even get the trophies from it. Very nice. And let's go see. Did we end up hitting perfect points? We should. I don't see why we wouldn't have gotten perfect points. Let me just double check it. And let's see. There we go. 8,820. We have joined the perfect squad for the very first Guild Wars battle. So there we go. That was quite a bit of fun. A lot more stressful than normal battles because every single battle is extremely important, particularly the last 2. That was a little bit of a disappointing second to last battle, though. They had literally nothing, which may be why we're winning so many battles and why we're so high on points. Who knows? But anyways, that is the new Guild Wars. Of course, we still have 5 more days to do, 1 every single day. Goes from Tuesday to Sunday, 1 per day, 1 color oriented with it, in which you use all the teams. But I wish you all the best of luck with Guild Wars. If you have any other questions about it, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. There's still some stuff about it that we don't really know, but for the most part, pretty much most people have a general consensus of it now. The devs haven't actually been on the forum as of recently to really answer some of the questions, and as soon as they do, we'll be able to clarify anything else that's kind of questioning about it. But anyways, best of luck, and I'll see you all later. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.